Hello folks, welcome back to Allotmentjoy. My name's Elaine. Thanks for tuning in. Well, just a quick plot tour. I've just come down to have a look anyway, see how everything is. It's still very humid here. We are hopefully, with fingers crossed, due some rain, some more rain, and heavy rain to that matter, in the next couple of days. So fingers crossed it'll fly over the allotment anyway. But we have had a little bit of rain, which is very gratefully received. And yeah, we've only had a few mil, about 3 mil of rain this morning, but still it takes the pressure off coming down the water, everything. We have got a hose pipe ban and we are in a drought stricken area, so yeah, I think I'll have to have a rethink about how to grow things when you get silly temperatures and prolonged drought periods and stuff like that. We've got 3 IBCs, and yet the 3 IBCs are virtually empty anyway because it's just not raining, so it's not filling them anyway. Anyway, welcome on the plot. Yeah, just a quick tour around to show you what's growing, etc. So you're welcome to come along. So just checking on the pumpkin. But the Cobra beans, of course the pumpkin's been taken over, so he needs to be curtailed because I want the beans out of here. So anyway, so I cut a good branch of the pumpkin off because as I say it was encroaching on the beans. So I've just had a look at the beans, and here's some of them I've already picked. Look at this, Cobra beans, yeah, just here. Normally it goes right away up to the very top, so early doors, but so much to harvest already. Well, I think the Cobra beans have gone into overdrive, and that's the thing about the Cobra beans, the plants, because they crop from the very bottom, which probably seems very obvious to people like, but they crop from the bottom, but they're so prolific, and I've only done a couple of plants and I haven't been down here yet. So, and the fact I haven't been on the other side, but the conundrum will be how I'm going to get to the other side without harming the pumpkin. So I'm having a bit of a panic because I've just been trimming back the side shoots off the main leader, and for a split second I thought I cut the wrong one. So we've done a quick check. It's 55 inches. 140 centimetres? Yeah. 140 centimetres. Not doing too bad at all. Trouble is that I've got to manoeuvre around, or tiptoe around the main leader of this pumpkin in order to get to the beans. What joy. Yeah, so just give it a tidy up. I've put some slug pellets out. Yeah, and yeah, a bit like Ginny, who's got a copper wool around her. She's coppered up to the hilt. Anyway, so yeah, because this is where the plant comes out, I can making sure that there's a few slug pellets waiting just in case. But I definitely did take a slug off, so it's yeah, looking good though. He decided which one to keep. In fact, he's got another one over there, but I think short along I'm going to cut that one off anymore. I was just going to let him rump over the archway, but in terms of fruit, no. I think it was just because he's concentrating on this one here, I'm going to just keep it to that one fruit. Right, that'll be enough for today's picking anyway. So I've just been down here. I say there's a lot more coming on. I might have missed 1 or 2 big ones, but yeah, so I just need to do the other side tomorrow. But yeah, I've just cut a lot of the side shoots off for this because I need the manoeuvrability to get in and out of the bed. And yeah, it just looks so overgrown now anyway, so don't worry, I will be looking after him alright. Yeah, so looking good. Everything's looking prolific. And of course, because it's been raining so much, we've got the heightened risk of blight. So I've got my tomatoes down here. so I'll have to get in there and start cutting back leaves and creating more airflow and stuff. But yeah, it's brilliant though. I'm really happy. Yeah, lovely job. So I've got my bean arch here. On this side though, saying that, I had some peas, some alderman peas, and for a good while now they've gone quite well, but unfortunately we've got the pea moth, so I won't be able to take a crop off these at all. But that's not so bad. I've got the beans. I hope beans won't be affected in any way. So I got my leeks down here, and you wouldn't actually tell very much because the chickweed has taken over. So I think I'll take this lot to task before it gets too bad. I'm removing, or trying to remove, all the alderman peas out of here. I know that the beans are on the other side, so it makes it a little bit easier. But I've got to be very careful that I don't rip out the leeks that I've got here, yeah, and also, well, rip out the beans while I'm doing this. But I'm not going to provide the habitat for the pea moth. They can do that merrily on the compost heap. So that's made a dent in that. I've got to get in with a hoe or a hand tool to get the rest of the chickweed out of it, but there's a few casualties of woe, but I've got some backups anyway. And of course I've got a bit of chickweed. Now if you've got an aviary full of budgies and canaries, this would be absolutely optimum. But anyway, it just shows you how well, I heard that somewhere that said if you've got a lot of chickweed it's very fertile ground. And yeah, there's a fair bit of nitrogen there that'll go on the compost heap. So I've just done that side. I've taken all the pea plants away gingerly, so I don't want to harm the beans. So I'm over to this side now. I've also got to be very careful because along here I've got some carrots. Yeah, go figure. And I've also got some very, very well established leeks, so I've got to be very careful around them that I don't hurt them, so don't damage them. So I've got a few miscellaneous onions down here. Give them a home. They're looking okay. So I think one was just thought I saw one. Aye, one flopped over there, so I might be bringing these out. Yeah, but anyway, but the beans are looking good anyway. Well, it's a bit better for the first sweep anyway. But I will come back. I'm thinking about taking these onions out. There's nothing wrong with them at the moment. As I say, there's only one that's keeled over. Although I don't know whether that's me or not, like, but yeah, we'll see anyway. Looking good on the whole though. So there's only so long you can mess around. I've got the broad beans out of here, and I've left the beetroot. I've had beetroot from the other garden and I've jarred a load of that up, but yeah, the elephant in the room are these, so it's bed blocking. So I'm going to get them out and have a look at them, trim them off, and then take them home, and then I'll have to see what I do about preserving them. So let's go. So Mal, the veg plot man, how about this for beetroot? There you are. The size. Yeah, look. So what I'm going to do, because it's big, I'm going to top it, and I'm going to take it home and I'm going to cook it. Now things have changed over time, and varieties have changed, whereby one used to think about beetroot being too big, they go woody, and maybe in some cases they do. Although a while back I cooked quite a large beetroot up and it was lovely and tender. So I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to take this one home, Mel, and I'm going to cook it up and let's see how it gets on. So yeah, so I'll go and get the rest of them out now. Right, so look. Okay, looks okay. And now there's a wonky one. Yeah. But still gonna go home. We'll see how we get on. It'll either work out or it won't. But we'll give it a go. Well, I think I've got enough beetroot now. And I don't think I'll be starting any off for the rest of the year now. So that's that. Yeah, beetroot detried. So there's a bit of work to be done there. And yeah, I'm going to bring the onions home as well. So I'm just going to fetch the car. So these ones I want to try and plat, so we've left them longer. Just leave them out to dry a little bit more. Yeah, cucumber. This is chocolate cherry. Lovely. Split as well, so it shows you, but delicious nonetheless. Some larger onions, red onions, and shallots, and my beetroot. So, in all, there's a fair bit to take home. Well, that'll be it for just now, folks. There's a bit of take home play here, and a little prepping to do. Beetroot, tomatoes, cucumber, shallots, red onion, white onions. Very good. I'm really happy with what the garden is producing anyway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.